Hi everyone, it's Jenny here from Angel Handmade Papercraft. Today I am working with Whimsy Stamps and I'm using a penguin candlelight. So this is a digital stamp, so I printed it out onto Express It blending card and I'm colouring the image up using Copic markers. So if there is white areas on the image, I always do those first, being that when you're using the colourless blender, it does pick up some of the colour from the other areas, so you need to be very careful. So that's why I do that first. So now I'm going through and working with the black areas of the penguin. So carefully just adding a quick layer down of the lightest colour first, and then I'll go in and go darkest to lightest. So I'm using my C markers to do that. So on the white areas of his body, I used C2, C4, and then I used the zero colorless blender. And then on the black areas, I'm using C6, C8, C10, and I did use the R20 on his cheeks as well. So here I am, I've put my lightest color down and then I'm going darkest to lightest. So I'm just working my way back through and blending all of that out and then going on to the next area. So normally I try and do it in like blocks, that way the paper is still a little bit moist when I go to colour with the rest of the colours. So just working my way through, getting all that nice and coloured up, and this will be the last of the black areas, and then I'll move on to adding some of the colours in. So I'm giving him an orange beak, so I'm using Y04 and YR07. And now on his hat, I'm doing some blue markers. So I'm using B01, B02, B04, and B06. I'm using those same colours on his little fluffy slippers. So just same process, light colour down first and then work your way through and blend it all out. So this is sped up, I think about 8 times the speed. So it is very, very quick. It does take quite a bit of time to colour up. So I did sped that up quite a bit for you. So I'm now going in, I'm creating a brown teddy penguin for him. So I'm using E34, E35 and E37. And giving him the same little orange feet and little beak. I'm colouring in my candle. I'm doing a white candle, so I used the C2, the C4 and the 0, and I used the Y04 and YR020, YR07 to do the candle, the light on the candle. And now I'm going with my little mouse here. So with little mouse, I'm using the N markers. I'm going N2, N4, N6. I'm adding in some detail using my Signo Uniball white gel pen. You can use any white gel pen, this is just my go-to. Just realised I missed the bottom of the candle, and then I'm going in and adding some shadows in underneath him. So now I've created a mask. I've just used a post-it note and I've just ran a circle die through my Sizzix Big Shot. And I'm just using the outer area of that post-it note to create the mask. And now I've just ran through my image using my Sizzix Big Shot to create that stitched circle, and I did cut the left hand side of it off. I had originally planned to put it to the left hand side of my card, but then I changed my mind and I've just used some pattern papers to cover up that left hand side. So I've created a few mats there. I just used some American Crafts cardstock, and I'm using a Case of Craft mistletoe paper pad. So I've just cut a few different size papers and things from that, using a couple of strips and things that were left over in my paper pad from another project. I did grab a doily from my stash to add underneath the image, and then I'm just working out the layout. So everything is adhered using the Scotch ATG gun. So I'm just adding all of that adhesive on, trying to work out what I'm going to do, and then I'll cut the excess off using my EK Success Cutter B scissors. So I'm just working out where I'm going to put it here before I can adhere it down permanently. I did add a snowflake die in the back there. It was one that I had cut off from another project. It didn't cut the whole way through, but I just cut the end off it. It didn't need it anyway. And then I'm adding it to a Twiddly Bits card base. So just adding that onto the front of the card base, making sure that I have adhered it to the right side, and then I'm going to decorate the inside of the card as well. So I'm just grabbing those same layers that I used on the front, adhering them all using Scotch ATG. I'll add the doily down, and then I'll just add an offcut of white cardstock to the center so that the recipient is able to write a message on there. So as much as this looks like a technical card, it's just a few layers. So it was all quite simple to do. And I hope you guys have enjoyed watching my video today. If you'd like to watch more of my videos, please hit subscribe. And I will see you all soon. Bye.